Hey y'all, what's going on? Y'all doing all right today? Let's play with my hair. Y'all see it's a mess. I washed it today. Ooh, it need done, but it's all right. Y'all doing all right? Hey, how y'all doing? It's Monday, guys, so we made it through another weekend, right? All right, though some people work the whole weekend, so some people they only work the weekends because they sit there. That's when they're not home with their kids. Hey, baby. Hey, Kyra. How you doing, honey? How's Angela and Travis? Y'all, I got some grits. I was feeding Jonah, right? So I was feeding Jonah some grits. Well, he began to, right? He's at that stage on the grits. So he did that, and the grits went all over my shirt. Well, I forgot I had the grits on my shirt and went to wipe my glasses off right before I went live. And now I have grits smeared on my glasses. Oh, that's much better, much better. Anyway, so I know my lighting is still horrible, guys. I'm probably gonna talk to a couple of my people. If anybody on my page know anything about lightning and you willing to help me for free, right? Because I just want you to help me. I don't really want you to do nothing. Not necessarily. Anyway, if you want to help me, let me know about this lightning. Because now I got the iPad set up, right? But now it's like this glare. I can see myself in my glasses. So I know y'all see it. But that's all right. Y'all be patient with me because I'm going to get all this together. We're going to be live. I'm going to have guests and all. It's coming. Y'all just be patient. So, anyway, what y'all did the weekend? We ain't did much of nothing but stayed at home. And that's it. So, we still ain't open around here. Florida opening up in stages. The theater still isn't open, but evidently the ones in Pinellas County are opening. But hey, that's up to them. Ain't got nothing to do with me. I ain't going. But yeah, that's going on. Not much else going on around here other than just staying home. This Friday would have been Javier's graduation. So, he'll be not doing a lot of activities he had planned or thought. Him and a lot of other seniors, especially that are graduating with him, had planned this week, all their practices and different things, that just come along with graduating high school, your senior year. And for every school that looks a little different, but it's still a rite of passage, right? It's still something that we got to do and that we still talk about or remember. Look, I remember the day I graduated. What's up, class of 95, Bradford High School? Stark, Florida, right? But look, it rained on our graduation and we sat in wet chairs. Sure did. Because the graduation here is outside, right? Here in where I'm from. It's outside on the football field. And, yeah, so, but, but it rained, and then we sat in wet chairs, and we graduated, and then a bunch of my friends went and hung out, and I went and spent the evening with a grown man I was dating. So that's what I did the night I graduated high school. Thank God none of my children have been like that. None of them. When I say none, I mean any of the 7. Right? None of them. Well, 6. Zane's not quite old enough to talk about that yet. But, so I want to talk to y'all. Is it clean or is it dirty? Y'all been working on that, right? Because, look, most people wasn't following the 25% capacity thing, but now they're at 50% capacity for most things here in Florida. Guys, come on. Let's be smart. Please be smart out there. There's no way around the coronavirus. There's no way we're going to get around whatever it's going to do. However, We do not have to be part of the problem and can choose to be part of the solution. But as usual, that is a choice each of us make. And just like some people choose to, wear a mask or not wear a mask, or they choose to stay home or whatever they choose to do, that doesn't mean that's what everyone is going to choose. And honestly, that is what the armed forces protect, is us to have that right to choose. So let's just be nice and stop being so judgy, people. Hey, just a little hiccup, just a little knowledge for those of y'all that feel like your rights are being infringed on, right? Because they want you to stay home, it's safer at home, or whatever your governor has worded the mitigation, right? However they've worded it for where you at. That's how we feel minorities all the time, right? Like, we don't get to go just everywhere. I've went in restaurants and my children and I have been called the N-word. And I don't mean next for our table, okay? You experience that, but you guys, come on. We don't always get to do what we want to do anyway, because sometimes people look at it differently, right? So I encourage those of us that have experienced that or been through that to remember to extend a little bit of kindness to others, even in their idiocy, right? Because, it's some of the arguments are pretty idiotic. But, that's not my place to say. They can say whatever and do whatever they want to do. For myself and my husband and those that I know have served in the military, we serve for people to have that right. So y'all go on and do what you want to do. But we ain't open over here. We gonna stay home. So, start. What happened with that lady that said, y'all, for those of y'all that don't live here, my family and friends is looking on, guess what? There's a lady posted on Facebook talking about the blacks was taking over Start. That's the name of the city we live in here. That's where the slough at, y'all. I know all my military family know what the slough is. Anyway, for real. She said the blacks was taking over because there was a party and a bunch of kids, young people. They wasn't children, y'all. But y'all know they in their young 20s, under 30. So I think they old, right? They children. But they're not actually children. They old enough to do what they want to do. But anyway, they all gathered at a store here locally. And a Caucasian lady went on Facebook talking about the blacks was taking over. What in the world? Just because a group of people get together, they taking over, huh? Wow. Y'all, are you serious? That stuff is still going on today. I don't care why she said it. The thing is, the fact that she can feel how she wants to feel. But the fact that she thought it was okay to say it that way is ridiculous. And then she said, here's the kicker. She posted in the comments that she had pictures when her son gets back. First of all, if I am being that stupid of a person, I hope one of my children would say, Mom, that's a little dumb. I hear that all the time from mine. Mine always be like, why you talk to them like that? Why you beat them, get an attitude? Why? Mine always say why to me. So I don't know how it works for other people, but mine like to say why. All my children will why me to death. Y'all understand? Why? Why? I get it all the time. Why I'm loud. Why this? Why that? Anyway. But why? Why? And thank God, can y'all imagine Chuck, Rosalind, and some of y'all on here, could y'all imagine if she'd had pictures of me at an event like that back in the day? Y'all, I done been, woo, I'm glad there wasn't no such a thing as a live or Twitter or Snap or whoever y'all got. Ooh, thank God. Because, baby, I would have been a world hip-hop star phenomenon. Because I did not care. But anyway, she said the blacks was taking over. Talking about the cop told her in her post. Now, I don't believe this. Talking about the officer told her it was 800 cars at one time. Yo, want no 800 cars. She crazy. She just want to sit up here and make it look like it's somebody else's fault. No, young lady, ma'am, whoever you are the problem. The fact that you thought it was okay to say the blacks are taking over Stark means that you, ma'am, should have to stay in quarantine until you no longer a bigot. I think that's something we should improvise, y'all. How about we make everyone who don't like other people because of the way they look stay home till they figure out that everybody human? How about that? Let's just quarantine them. I'm just saying. It's better than what I've heard some of them say. So, let's leave, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, the world goes around and around, and it don't stop for nobody, right? Time doesn't have a favorite. Time treats us all the same. We decide what we get out of time. But time doesn't have a favorite. So, but, yep. So, anyway, tonight, guys, I want to talk about Zane, right? For those of you that don't know, Zane is biologically our grandson, but we adopted him when he was 6 weeks old. And, yep. And, he is currently 6 years old. He has 3 diagnoses. He has an expressive language disorder. He has ADHD combined, and he has a neurological disorder, not autism. It has the sensory and food aversion, those types of things, and certain repeated habits. But then there's a lot of things it doesn't line up with on the spectrum. So for ASD. So that is not an official diagnosis. It is actually a neurological developmental disorder that Zane has. So anyway, when school got out, we have faced a lot of obstacles with Zane over the years, getting him diagnosed. Zane did not start talking or is saying words till he was 3. So, and that was when they noticed something was wrong, and he started going to speech and language, and things began to develop from there. We knew early on that Zane was not like our previous children. For those of you that, whether you know or not, I have a son and a daughter that I raised as a single mom for 14 years. And I knew Zane was not like them. I also helped take care of my nephew, Bryson. So, since he was 4. So, I had an idea. Julian had 3 children. Hey, Niecy Pooh. Julian had 3 children. Hey, Zoe. Oh, y'all, I'm starting to see a whole bunch of people on here. Hey, Sean. Hey, Ross. Anyway, a bunch of people, so they started noticing different things. So anyway, Zane, they just started throwing different things, talking about possibly autism, just different things at us, right, with Zane. And I, of course, was like, no, y'all not finna just throw any and everything at him, because we finna wait and see what happens, right? I don't care that he's doing things late or that he's delayed. Every one of his milestones were delayed. Every single one of them. None of them. He was almost 16 months old before he even tried to walk. So, just things were late. He was 4 and still in pull-ups. So things just happened like they did. So anyway, we go through speech and language. He's going to physical therapy, occupational therapy, different things. He goes to physical therapy because one of the things that Zane does is Zane toe walks. Well, at first they didn't know what was causing him to toe walk, but through testing and different doctors and different things, it's a sensory issue. He toe walks because he doesn't want his feet on the ground, right? That pressure. It does something to him, and anyway, I can't explain it because it don't happen to me. But how they explained it to me, essentially, it's a pressure thing, and he doesn't like it, so he stays on his toes. Well, over time, what happened is his legs shrunk. The muscle in his calf shrunk. So as he was growing, it wasn't stretching, right? So he had to do what's called serial casting, which means every week he has to get a new set of cast on his legs from the knee down. Both legs, same time. Every week they change them out to, and what they do is they adjust it. Like Zane was like this, right? This is his toes, and he literally was like this, right? So, and what had happened was it had gotten so tight he could not put his heel down. They couldn't push it down. So, because he walked for sensory reasons, though, surgery is not an option because guess what? Zane has done serial casting twice now. And he's had 2 sets of braces and all kinds of other things because Zane still toe walks. Every time they stretch it out, he goes back to toe walking. So, anyway, they have, so now he's able to walk flat-footed. He's done serial casting twice. He has a set of braces, but he won't wear the braces because guess what? He doesn't like the pressure on his feet. So, look, we just go for what we go. They want him in the braces 8 hours a day. I take 45 minutes if I can get it, boo. So, we do that, every day. So, but his walking is connected. Hey, Lou. His walking is connected to his neurological developmental disorder, right? Not autism, it's something else. So, all of that is connected. Zane also has severe food aversion. Zane doesn't eat hardly anything, guys. Like, he doesn't, and if he eats something, he may not eat that in all ways. Like, he eats shredded cheese, right? So, he loves shredded cheese. But he does not like melted cheese. He does not like sliced cheese. He does not like cube cheese. Zane only wants shredded cheese. He used to eat cube cheese, but he don't eat that no more. Just shredded cheese. Then Zane only eats French fries, right? That's the only way he'll eat a potato, but he will not eat one with skin on it, so he only eats McDonald's fries. He eats yogurt, right? But he only eats the M&M or the Oreo yogurt, vanilla, not the strawberry yogurt. He's very particular, okay? He'll eat a hot dog bun or a hamburger bun, but he will not eat white regular bread, only wheat bread. So he thinks because it's brown on the outside, that's what we've come to is the color, right? So anyway, he goes to OT for that. He does OT at a therapist, and he also does OT with schooling, right, at school. So, we just work, and Zane has been in extensive therapy since he was 3. And so anyway, when school got out, when Ron DeSantis gave the answer, gave the option to pull your kids out, if they weren't going to pass or whatever, it would be up to the parents. We made the decision to pull Zane because we already knew Zane was going to repeat kindergarten. Okay, Zane still doesn't know all of his letters. So, he sees his name, he can recognize it, but he can't recall all the letters out loud verbally. For instance, I know those of you with kindergartners or their teachers, they have those sight words, those 100 sight words. So Zane, I finally cracked the code, right, on how to get Zane to learn his sight words because he got out in, I think we just started learning sight words after winter break, so like January. So January and February, he started on the 3 tests, he got 100s. But I had just cracked the code so that we could help him effectively, right? So anyway, the code to that is, let me tell you guys what we figured with Zane. So I was looking on a page I'm on, right, for moms with SPD, that's sensory processing disorder. That's kind of like a symptom of the neurological developmental disorder. So that is a symptom of that. So we have to attack. That's kind of like a cold. We have to deal with the symptom. So because there's no way to deal with what's causing it. So what most kids have to hear a word like 50 times to memorize it, right? Or something new. The average is about 50 times. For someone like Zane, he needs to hear the same word over 200 times to retain it. So, once I learned that, then I know what I had to do. But you've got 8 or 9 words a week and 200 times per word, not counting any other expectations for school. So, yeah. We just went ahead and pulled him. And we're working on letter recognition, uppercase and lowercase. We're working on handwriting, which is tough because due to his sensory stuff, Zane doesn't like to put his hand down. He doesn't like the pressure on his wrist, so he likes to hold it up off the table. So he writes with his wrist off the, not flat. So that's an issue, right? And so we just pulled Zane. So he'll repeat kindergarten next year. Hopefully he'll have the same teacher. That's what we've requested. If she stays in Bradford County, who knows? Who knows? Hey, AC. But, we have to do what's best for him. And, I encourage you guys to do that. My parents out there, look, you have to be your children's voice, right? You have to. There's not one of the people that work with Zane that do not know my face. They may not know my name, but they know my face. Because look here, I be there. I be all up in their business. There is nothing worse, and I cannot imagine being a teacher because as a parent, I cannot stand them parents that show up to the PTA meetings and know every damn thing. Well, where you been? If you know everything, where you was all year? Come on. Don't nobody. And those parents, look, if they're like that at the PTA meeting, I know they're like that with the teachers, you ain't got to lie to me. You do not have to lie to me. And if your child is entitled, it's your fault. Especially if they in elementary or middle school. Come on, y'all. If your child is in elementary or middle school and you don't have any control over their behavior, you doing something wrong. Ain't nobody got to tell you or you can research whatever. I'm telling you, you wrong. Your child shouldn't be running nothing. But let me tell you something. But you the first one to get mad at somebody else about your child. And then y'all parents, when we have, look, let me tell you something. Our first crew of children, right, the ones that are older than Zane, the youngest of them is Javier. He is 17. He'll be 18 in July. Every one of them graduated high school. Every one of them have a career or are in college. Or just finished up, like Kyra, our daughter, she just got her finished RN school. But and she, finished nursing school. She getting ready to sit for an NCLEX next month. But anyway, the bottom line is, and we were a military family. We moved all over the place. Summer and Jonathan, Kyra, Shay, Javier, Bryson, they all went to more than 10 schools each. Do you understand me? And they still all did well. Do you know why? Because, baby, we was busy being parents. I guarantee you, most of these children that are acting out, if you go home with them, you will find the source of the pain. And while they're acting out, it may not necessarily be in the home, but you will find the source of that child's issue. I don't care what nobody's saying. Y'all better not let me see nothing, because I am 100% protect the children. Now, kids, I believe in beating, so I'm the wrong one if that's what's going on. As long as they not leaving no bruises on you, I don't care if your mama need to knock you upside the head. Hola, Tio. So I don't care. Sometimes you need that. I was talking to Jonathan, and he said that they weren't necessarily fearful of me, but every time he went to do something, he would think to himself, this gonna get my behind toe up. My mama beat me if she knew this. He said he thought that all the time. Good. That's what I said to that. Good. I wanted mine to be fearful of me. I wanted my children to think if what they were doing would disappoint me, because I tried to set a standard for them that would push them towards being productive citizens. Whatever that journey looks like for them, I do not care. Yes, I had an idea and a what I wanted them to do, but does that matter? I don't think there's anybody out there, a parent, a grandparent, a godparent, who doesn't have an idea of what they want for their kids, right? Or that child that they are in their life. There are children that I don't even see, but I still keep up with them on Facebook and stuff, because I'm concerned how they doing, what they doing. They all right? Do I need to make a ride? Because a lot of them know Auntie April crazy. Look here, I got a bunch of nieces and nephews. A bunch, excuse me. Because Auntie April will get they ass together. I'm that auntie. And I don't care. They mamas and daddies know. They mamas and daddies know I will get they asses together. Right? So it is what it is, guys. But we have to be those people for each other. It takes a tribe to raise children. But a tribe don't sit around and not say nothing when something wrong. Hey, Diane, how are you and the family? You don't sit around and see nothing wrong. Those of y'all that's in churches and families that's keeping secrets about them molesters and rapists in your family and in your church, you're dead ass wrong. You are wrong. Those of y'all who are against same-sex relationships, but you all right that your deacon done raped or molested all four of his grandchildren, you is wrong. You out of order. That's why I don't go to church, y'all. I'm going to tell you. I didn't grow up in church. Well, I guess I went to First Baptist Mamima, right? But having a relationship with God and that side of, I didn't grow up in church. I did not. And because if I understood what I understand now, there's certain choices I don't think I would have made then, right? So, because I wouldn't have been as angry as long. But it wasn't that people didn't love me. People just didn't want to talk about what was really going on, right? People don't want to talk about what is really going on. Can we really talk about these teenage girls and boys that are being molested, even if they're just being touched? That is the same thing as if they penetrate them, guys. It does the same damage. They are being violated. But you telling me they got more rights at the house of God? I don't know who your God is, but my God ain't with it. Let me tell y'all that right now. The God I serve serve ain't with that. But they sitting up in the church and ain't nobody saying nothing. Those of y'all that your uncle sitting out under that shade tree drinking that OE or that 8-ball. Somebody needs to put him out the family. Vote him off the island. And guess what? These people that are these predators. It ain't no one and done. They've done it generation after generation after generation. Y'all talking about breaking generational curses, but yet y'all sitting here allowing this to happen. It happened to you. It happened to your daughter. It happened to your grandson. And you still got your mouth shut, sitting in this person's face at family reunions. And look, I'm not going to say it's a male or female because, honey, let me tell you something. It go both ways. There's as many men as women doing this to children. I don't care. It's the truth. And I'm not sitting up under it no more. Y'all know I don't mind. So I'm not. If I know someone is a predator, I'm going to call it out. And I ain't talking about no hearsay either, y'all. Now, I'm talking about when you know what's going on. Like, I can show you the court case, okay, for what I've been through. You understand? All 321 pages. I can show you where he failed 3 lie detector tests, and I passed all 3 of mine in black and white. So, I don't give a rat's about that. But if there is proof that that is what was done to them, come on, y'all. But we sitting up here laughing with them in their face. What a good family member they are. What a good church member they are. What a good fraternity or sorority leaders they are. What good Masons and Eastern Stars they are. Come on, y'all. They ain't good nothing. They're not good. There's nothing good about them. They are predators. Now, if someone is godly sorry, hey Jessica, like they is sovereignly sorry. They have owned it. They have went and apologized, right? They have said sorry. See, that's different. Now, see, that right there, you might not deal with them, but forgiveness is warranted in that situation because that's the right thing to do. But let me tell you something. Hear me. Most deviants, sexual predators, will never own what they've done. Hey, new kid, love you, nephew. They will never own what they've done. That's just what they do. So listen. Y'all, I need y'all that's watching me that know me. Y'all need to start standing up for the BS and start calling it out. Tell them people when they're wrong. I don't care if that's your church. Them people out of order, tell them they're out of order. Y'all got to do, y'all got to do better. We got to do better. We got to stand up for injustice. Whether it's racism. That lady that said the blacks is taking over y'all, she was out of order. She did not have the right. Well, she may have had the right to say whatever she wants to. But it did not make any human sense that she said that way at all. Even if that's what she meant, she didn't have to say it like that, right? So she obviously thinks that she can say what she wants to say and that everybody else got to be okay with it. Right? But people do what we allow them to do. In any situation, they do what you allow them to do. People would treat Zane how they want to treat him if they allowed to, but baby, it ain't going down like that. But that's how you have to be with your children, parents. mothers, fathers, grandparents, aunties, whoever's raising them. It is your place and your duty to do your best to protect them and to always speak up for them. Always. It's not a teacher or an administrator or the church, anybody there, any of them roles, from the pastor to the evangelist to the prophet to the whoever, all the roles, right? Whatever title they got. Every church got a different setup, right? Every church has a different way they set up all the titles. Anyway, whatever them titles are, the bottom line is we have to stand up for people and for things that are wrong. Period. It doesn't matter who is wrong. If they wrong, they wrong. And that's what's wrong with the world, is that it's all in who you know how wrong you are. That's a lie. But only way to make a change, the only way to change that, y'all, is for those of us that are woke, right? Because there's a lot of us think we woke, But can we be so woke that we start running behind Al Sharpton? We stop running behind T.D. Jakes. We stop running behind whoever locally you following like that. And we start running behind what is right and what is wrong. We start standing up against that stuff. And we start standing up for what is right. Simply because it is what's right. Y'all really need them to tell y'all that what's right and wrong. Y'all really need to send y'all checks. Let them keep telling you what's right and wrong. You ain't woke as you think you are. If you still watching them TV pastors. That's just the truth. If you still up here following a TV pastor, you was not woke. Do you understand? You sound asleep. Sound asleep. I said it. I don't care. You ain't got to agree with it. Facts is facts. If you paying tithes to a ministry where the pastor is not teaching you how to live as good as they living, you getting the short end of the stick. Everybody Jesus walked with had more than he did. Some of y'all caught that. Some of y'all won't. Some of y'all might get it in 10 years. But look, if they really want to help the communities that Joel Osteen too, if they really want to help the communities of the people that are sitting in their congregations writing checks, they would be teaching them how to repair their own credit. They would be teaching them and helping them to build, the ones that are entrepreneurs or want to go to school. Forget paying a light bill. Let me teach you how to make sure you ain't never got to worry about a light bill again. But guess what? Once you can pay your own stuff and you reach back and help somebody else, and then they reach back and help somebody else, and everybody's just helping everybody. So then everybody, guess what then happens? They're not as much in charge as you thought they once were. Because guess what? You know what they know. Do y'all understand that they use the credit, your credit against you the way they can use it against you? Look at the credit the government, the federal government got, and then look at your credit. You can't get all that money. They gonna lock you up. You start printing dollars. But they can print billions of, they can fit $2 trillion coins. Do y'all understand? Think about that. Think about that. I'm all for helping everybody. I want everybody to win. But it's not we can't keep waiting on somebody else to help us or to teach us. You got to want that yourself and go get it. Just like you can sit and troll and stroll all on Facebook and Twitter and stuff all night long. And know about all the fights, all the parties, all the get-togethers. Why you don't know that about your kids? Why you don't know that about your credit score? You know, I got a saying. You know how everybody love to say, "Ooh, that kid know all the words to that song, but they don't know their ABCs." Well, that might be something just the older people used to say, but I done heard it 100 times and I just said it. But, hey Linda, how you doing? But the truth of the matter is, adults are the same way. We're the same way. Because we sit here, right? And sorry, y'all. But we sit here and just like with the kids, right? We sit here and we don't want to sorry, y'all. We don't want to allow ourselves to learn something new and admit we were wrong so that we can be better because of pride. There are some people, even if you tried to help them, they would not let you help them, right? So just like with kids, if they say whatever and you want to lead them the right way, I feel like that's how it should be for the church too. And for anything, I feel like if the more we empower and educate ourselves, right, then the more later we're going to benefit from that. And what's going to happen is, guess what? The welfare cases, the Section 8, all of that is going to decrease, right? Because we're all doing better. We are all taking care of ourselves and we are all learning the system. Because the truth is, those that play this, it's kind of like stocks, right? Those that know how to play the system are the ones that win. Catch that. Those that know how to play the system are usually the ones that win. Because it's a game that we're not supposed to win. Only certain ones are supposed to be able to play this game, y'all. The rest of us don't matter. They just want us to keep fighting and arguing down here, you know, in the crab bag. We all a bunch of crabs. But we so busy worried what the next person gonna do or have. Do y'all ever think that some of these people got what they got? Because maybe they got good credit. Maybe they went to college. Maybe they got good jobs. Maybe they made better decisions than I did or you did. Because I know a lot of them made better decisions than me and live better than me now. But that's okay. Because every journey is different and we have to learn from each other, right? Y'all got to stop. Y'all got to stop being them crabs in the bottom of the bag. And I'm not going to allow Zane to be a crab in the bag at all. And you have to want that for your kids too. I know I done went way off left, but it all come back together. And that's the thing, is that these things that our children, we have to instill early. You cannot wait to start teaching your children once they bad, once they acting out. If they already acting out, you can't. What you gonna teach them? You got to be proactive with your children. And I encourage everybody on here, if you have any issues with your kids, right? If you just know, don't listen to them people. You keep taking your baby the way they need to go to try to figure out what's wrong, if anything is wrong with them. And if there is nothing wrong, Zane got a psychiatrist. He have a therapist. He have an occupational therapist. He got a physical therapist. He has a speech and language person. He have all kind of stuff. But he has somebody he can talk to. Right? We all need that. Come on, y'all. We all need somebody to talk to that's not judging us, right? But y'all, we got to start standing up and protecting those around us. If each one of us would just stand up and protect those around us, everybody will get covered. But we would rather fight each other. We'd rather say stuff like the blacks are taking over Stark. Really? Y'all, I can't make this stuff up, right? But it's real. It's what happens. And, you know, one of my aunts, she told me, she said that we needed to move. When I posted that from Facebook where the lady said the blacks were taking over Stark, she said, April, y'all need to move. Y'all, my aunt that said that she is the kindest human on the planet, I believe. She is. I've never met anyone like her in my life. She is phenomenally kind. And she said, y'all, April, y'all need to move. But, I mean, it's serious. That's ridiculous, you know, to be saying that. But then again, like I told you guys before on here, where we live is where I grew up. And we used to have they used to have racial riots. Like, yeah, it was bad here. And honestly, it don't seem to be much different. I told y'all that one parent wouldn't bring Javier home when Javier told him where we lived. Right? Yeah, I might not remember that, but when we first moved into this house and moved back to Stark, one of the kids from the football team, parents asked Javier if he needed a ride home, and Javier said, sure, thank you. And so he asked, and Javier wanted to tell him, and he told him he couldn't come over here. Now, y'all know. Anybody know where I live know what in the world was going to happen over here. But he told Javier he couldn't bring him over here. So, and it was a Caucasian man that told him that, right? So, what you supposed to do? Javier got a rude awakening. That's all I could say. He had never had an experience like that, right? I had to let him know. Baby, this what go on. This what happened. So, but yeah. So, you know, things are, the world is different and still the same. But, you know, everybody has to live their best life for them. So listen, hey, y'all, I was watching one of my makeup videos, right? This is very random. But do any of you know how to tell if your mascara is bad? Listen. Hear that pop? Oh, it's not as loud the second time. Let's see. Hear that? They say if it doesn't pop, it's expired. You should get a new one. Yes, this is L'Oreal Voluminous Carbon Black. Y'all, I love this mascara. It's my favorite mascara. Any mascara I've used, store or high-end or drugstore, that Voluminous Carbon Black by L'Oreal is the bomb. I love it. It's my favorite. So, I think I'm going to start back playing in my makeup, guys. Not doing makeup, just playing in my makeup with myself for fun. Because I do kind of miss it. So, but I don't know, child. I'd be bored just thinking of stuff to do. But then I don't really feel like doing nothing. You know, it takes a lot to hold all those brushes and do techniques and stuff. Sometimes my hands hurt pretty bad. Ooh, excuse me, y'all. I'm drinking some Pepsi. Got me burping. But my hair's growing out. Y'all see that? It's starting to get a little waves. So it's time to go see my girl Veronica and get it cut. Congratulations, Veronica, on the grandbaby. And she had a grandbaby. Her grandbaby was born today, y'all. So the mother and the baby is doing well, last I heard. So, yeah. But y'all, it's hot. It was so hot outside today. I couldn't even sit outside. I had to come inside. Yeah. On Wednesday, I'm not exactly sure. I don't have anything specific to talk about, so I'll just be on here talking. But if there's anything you guys want to talk about or any questions anyone has, inbox me. Even if you don't want to post it on here, free to inbox me and ask me something. We'll talk about it. Chat away, right? And, yeah. But that's it. But I'm getting off of here. You guys have a good night. I'll see you Wednesday. Good night, guys. Oh, wait. Hold on. Y'all, make sure you go over and subscribe on my YouTube channel. I'm at 40 subscribers. Yay! Woo! It's so exciting. I'm very excited, guys. But go over there, subscribe to my YouTube channel, right? Real Life Talk with April. So if you miss me when I go live here on Facebook, you can watch me over on YouTube. All right. Thank you, guys. Have a good night. Bye.